Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. This is loot from 1000 Black Demons, and I did all of these on Slayer tasks with my Slayer series that you guys probably are familiar with. And yeah, so I was just doing them every task, counting the drops, putting them in the notepad, counting how many I've killed until I got to 1000. And it happened to where it was like halfway through a task, and then what I did was I wrote down all the drops right then and there, right when I hit the 1000 mark. And then I just continued with slaying, didn't count after that. So this is basically 100% accurate, the drops. I mean, probably not 100%, I might have missed like a charm or missed like an item here and there, but it's pretty damn accurate as much as I can get it to. So I know this monster isn't really the most exciting one ever, but I mean, it still was a fun monster to do, and I know that the drops were pretty, you know, predictable. You get 1000 ashes and you get all this and that, and there really isn't any rare drops here at all other than like, you know, effigies or brawlers or something like that. But I mean, it still was pretty enjoyable, like I just said. I mean, the experience is really good here, I'd say, for like the hourly rate in terms of Slayer. And actually just scratch what I just said about them being enjoyable. Hell no, I was lying. I hate this task. The reason why I hate this task is because, you know, it's like an hour for me because I bank all the ashes, and for some reason Black Demons are just not fun for me at all. Like, I can understand they can be enjoyable for like the Slayer experience and the money, I guess, but to me it's just such a boring task, and I would never do them on my own time if it wasn't for Slayer. But I mean, seriously, I really don't like this task, and I don't really like this monster, but I mean, I wanted to make a video out of it so you guys can see like the drop rates and stuff, and I am pretty happy with how it turned out. So I'm not saying that I completely hated this loot video. Like, I still enjoy doing it because I still enjoy doing Slayer in general, and I still like doing loot videos for you guys. It's just this one monster I hate. Like, my first loot video off of Slayer was LRC, and you know, you guys know that I hate that task, and I got through it, so why can't I just go through this? So that's what that was my mindset on this one. As for like the drops and stuff, you get, you know, obviously the Infernal Ashes, and you also get noted herbs, runes, rune items, that kind of stuff. So I mean, it's pretty decent Slayer loot. After they updated the drop tables for all the demons, Black Demons were in that update, so the drops are a lot better now than they were back in the day. If you haven't done Black Demons recently, you might be surprised with their loot if you really were just under a rock the entire time. But for the gear and stuff, if you're wondering, I use my range setup, so you know, Ascensions, range gear, and obviously my Slayer helm. But I mean, recently a lot of people have been using the Dark Light and stuff. I could have done that, but I really don't want melee experience here. Even though I want melee experience more than range, I'd rather have range experience here for some reason. I like sticking to melee on like Iruts and those kind of tasks, not really Black Demons, and I've already been doing range. I don't really want to quit my routine. So I guess I could have gotten faster kills with the Dark Light unless they patched it recently. I don't really know, but apparently you do hit really high with the Dark Light with melee. So, I mean, you could use that if you're going here. But I think we can go into the price check and stuff because, you know, Black Demons, there isn't much to talk about them. So I will meet you guys there. So guys, here is the tab for the 1000 demons. And I already discussed everything in the previous section of the video, so I don't have to go through all that. Let's just look at the loot. And as you can see, let's just go in the charms first. The Crimson charms are around 45% chance or something like that. And, you know, everything else you can just divide by 1000 and then you can get the chances pretty much. This is a pretty big sample, I'd say. 1000, you can probably find the charm rate just from that. But I'm pretty happy with the Crimson charms that you get from here, because 450 is a lot, honestly, for a monster like this. Considering it only took like 4 hours, I mean, that's like 110 per hour. I know that isn't that great, but I mean, as for a normal Slayer task like this, even though I hate this task, like I've discussed, it is pretty decent charms, and the money isn't that horrible. You guys will see the hourly rate is, you know, doable for a Slayer task. So let's just price check and find out how much this entire thing is worth. So everything together is 5.35 mil, which is pretty nice. I believe that's a little bit more than my LRC video, and of course, like I said earlier, this is my second Slayer like loot video kind of thing, and I have a lot more to come. It's just that these tasks are pretty common for me, and you get a lot of them per task, so that's why I have this one done and the LRC stuff done. But as you can see, most of the money is coming from the ashes, of course. At least more than half is coming just from the ashes. And then, you know, the rune chains do add a significant amount as well. The gems add a good amount together too. And then everything else just adds up, I guess. So 5.35 mil is not that bad in 4 hours. That is roughly 1.3 mil an hour, I want to say. Yeah, about there. So that is pretty doable for a Slayer task. I mean, it's not the most profitable task, and it's not the least profitable task. It's more in the middle, so I can deal with that. And I know a lot of people in the comments on my LRC video were like, oh, 1.2 mil an hour? That's nothing. Do Frost Dragons, do QBD and stuff. Look at it this way. I mean, I'm slaying. This is just money in the bag that I slay. I mean, I enjoy Slayer, so I'm going to do it anyways. The money is just like a bonus. I don't care if it's 1.2 mil an hour. I'd rather do 4 hours of this than 1 hour of QBD, if you know what I mean. I've already done 1,000 QBD, and that was very, very boring, so I don't really want to go back, you know? And I don't really do these monsters that often, so it's, you know, a change of pace, and it's something new, something different from what I normally do. And that's why I kind of like these kind of videos. I know they're pretty predictable loot for most of the Slayer tasks, unless it's like, you know, Abbey Demons and that kind of task, but I've already done those loot videos anyways. I know it's pretty predictable, but I think they're still quite enjoyable, and I'll probably continue them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video overall. I hope it was pretty informative if you've never done a Black Demon task to maybe change your mind and do one, because, I mean, the money is pretty decent. 1.2 mil, or I mean, I guess 1.3 mil. It's not the best, but it's not something to, you know, complain about. And the charms are, you know, okay. So yeah, overall, I would recommend doing this task, even though they are quite long. The Slayer experience per hour is pretty good if you don't bank the ashes. Like, if this money doesn't really like, you know, entice you to do this task, then definitely do it for experience, because they are very good experience if you hardcore them. But either way, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.